What's going on, everybody? Fire Chicken here at the Scrapyard, kicking it with Chicken, episode number 92. Hey, welcome to my podcast. This is where we talk about everything Scrapyard related. You guys get a chance to ask me whatever questions you want to ask me, and anytime we got any changes or anything that's going to happen, this is where I tell you guys about it. What is up, Derek Gates, Bare Knuckle Boxer, Blick? What is up? How's everybody going tonight? Um, Questions. You know what? You guys can come up with some good ones for me, and I'll do my best to answer them for you tonight. But I do have a pretty good list of things I want to talk about. I am going to bring a guest on in a little bit. We're gonna discuss something. I don't want to tell you what it is yet, but we'll discuss it when it comes up. So, um, let's get into it. So the next event is November 25th. November 25th. I'm still dropping fights for you guys daily. I know I didn't give you guys one today. I gave you guys a compilation video today. Okay, daughter's birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday. How old is she gonna be? But I did a compilation video for you guys, and I'll put another one up for you tomorrow. I will premiere a fight on here for you tonight. So it's one that hasn't been publicly released yet. 3. That's a fun age. Cadillac, what is up? But anyway, November 25th, that's the next one. I've already got like 40 signups. So I'm anticipating, since it's only like the third of the month, that we're probably going to have a pretty big showing again. These things, guys, they're just growing in popularity. We're absolutely just blowing up, and it's cool. I mean, it's cool to have a community like you guys to be part of it. That's honestly why I do these Kicking It with Chickens, because me being able to talk to you guys, it's just a way to connect with you guys. You guys are the ones that watch our videos. I try to keep an open ear to anything that you guys have for suggestions or comments or concerns or whatever. I always listen. I can't always take you guys up on everything, but I am always here. I always listen. I try to always answer your messages and stuff. Try to keep everything just running smooth and keep it a positive environment for everybody out here at the Scrapyard. And I think that everybody that's come out here has had positive things to say about it. We live up in this shit. Yes, we are, Victor. So I got a couple matchups that might potentially happen on the 25th. One of them is finally heavyweight title fight. How do I get my lady to fight? Well, you could insult her, play a prank on her. No, I'm just kidding. Derek, how do you get your lady to fight? Does she want to fight, or are you looking to get her a fight? I mean, you could tell her like the women fights. I have to be careful on my pronouns, apparently. The women's fights, the females fights, tend to do really well as far as views go. What's her weight? Oh yeah, okay. Thanks for Victor. Thanks for keeping me kind of on track there, because I tend to. What's up, Young and Lavish? I tend to drift off. Yankee and the Brit, what's going on? Yeah, I tend to drift off a little bit. So heavyweight title fight. Yeah, so finally we have boxing heavyweight title fight. It's going to be between El Guanaco and Brickhouse, both very deserving candidates for title fight. These guys have been around for a while. I'm going to get to that. I just want to show you, like, right here, when you guys comment on, can I say guys, or does it have to be adult males? I'll stop. Um, when people comment on here on Facebook, I don't know who you are. You have to like put your name next to it or something. DAD, what's going on? But these guys, El Guanaco and Brickhouse, both deserving candidates for the title. Um, Brickhouse, he has the kickboxing title currently. And hey, speak, man. Like as soon as I said it, look who popped up. Yes, sir, Brickhouse. Uh, Brickhouse might be the next Conor McGregor, just larger. Um, double champion possibly, but you got to go through El Guanaco first. J-Ro, what's going on? Connor, I don't know about that. um, but yeah, title fight. We haven't been having a lot of them lately, and that's okay. Thinking back, I honestly don't feel like we need as many title fights as, like, I think it's good to have people as champions, but I don't necessarily think that everybody I don't necessarily think that people have to defend the title like frequently. Um One reason is because I have to edit 5-round fights. It's a long time to keep people's attention. So if a champion wants, say Brickhouse wanted to come in and just do a kickboxing match and not have his title up, maybe his opponent doesn't want to fight 5 rounds. I've been doing that lately. Malik Ogun will be out there and I'll have somebody that's new and I can't put a title up for him. The title needs to be honestly something special. I feel like that J-Ro, that would be a good one, man. Look, J-Ro, I just been bringing up you versus Malik because it makes sense. And it's honestly like you should think of it as flattering because that means that I think that you've progressed to like a level to where I think that would be a good fight. I don't think it would be like, especially after watching your last fight, I really think that fight would be really like you definitely have a shot at winning that title. So, Crazy Legs is supposed to be fighting this month against King Kai, but I think he's trying to get the day off of work. But either way, Crazy's definitely a candidate for fighter of the year. But I think it's really important for you guys, the fighters, to be trying to get a couple try to get at least one matchup in November or December, because it's just like your fights. What you do in the last round tends to stick in people's brains. And some of these fighters that have only come around in the last couple months, they might have a really good shot at fighter of the year. So, it's just good to get in there and get these new people that are watching familiar with you. I mean, we've honestly in the last 2 months, I think our YouTube channels gained. I'm a numbers guy, so I'm always I'm gonna pull it up, but I think, let me see here. We'll go to analytics, subscribers. We'll go in the last. Okay, in the last 3 months, 90 days, 162,000 subscribers in the last 90 days. So that's awesome, but it just means that we have more people watching, and some of the people watching may not be as familiar with some of the older names that have fought. But the title requirement. So look, you're not going to lose. I'm not going to just take your title away from you. The only way that you get stripped of your title is if you screw up and you get booted from the org and you're gone like permanently. that's basically how you lose the belt. Like if you get booted, if you decide to leave because whatever, maybe, hey, maybe you'll make a comeback. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to take the belt away just because you left. So like technically, Street Bender, like he might not fight again. I don't know, but he technically is the belt holder for Muay Thai in the heavyweight division. Um, and again, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying about. I'm gonna go back to what I was saying about it being special. It really shouldn't be something that people are looking to come up here and just grab a hold of and then take, because it doesn't mean that you earn the belt. You didn't put your time in out here like the guys that fought for the belt in the first place, and you're probably not going to defend it. So I'm just trying to make these belts special to the scrapyard and to the fighters in the scrapyard. What that means is it is my decision whether somebody gets a title shot or not, basically. But I do have some minimum requirements, and I have stepped aside to, um, let those not count. I can bend the rules because I created the rules, but let's say for instance, I promised somebody a title fight because they earned it, and then this other person that qualified for a title fight, say they backed out like right before the fight, and this dude trained his ass off to get ready for this title fight, 5-round fight, and then his opponent can't make it. Well, it's shitty for me to take that title opportunity away from the one guy. And this kind of happened with Pappas and Flex. So Flex had been getting ready for a title fight. He was on weight, prepared, and his opponent didn't make it that month. So Pappas, who this was his first fight in the scrapyard, he said, "Hey, boss, I'm good. I'll fight anybody. I'm a level 5." And so I gave him Flex, and that's how Flex won the title. So it happens. Not everything's stuck in concrete, but what I'm doing is I'm looking out for the fighters and the scrapyard. So I try to do what's best for them. Um, Giving somebody a title shot that is not in our branch, or whatever, I wouldn't just go out of my way to give them a title shot, because it's not benefiting the scrapyard or the scrapyard fighters. So that's probably like the best way I can describe it, guys. It's just meant to be something special. So since we were already talking about fighter of the year, I have a very special guest to step in this evening. I can already see him smiling. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Oh, he was already giving me a thumbs up before I even said it. All right, he's eager and ready. You've heard this guy's voice many times. You've seen him in every one of our scrapyard videos. He is the iconic timekeeper.
Yay!
Yes.
My timer today.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, let me give you guys some back history on Jeremy here. Back when we were scrapyard fights before
Yeah.
before we were Street Beast Scrapyard, we had a Facebook group, and we were trying to just get people together that were interested in combat sports. I don't even think that we necessarily even had plans yet to do any type of fights. I think it was just a enthusiast group at first. And
Pre-ring.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
Even before we even had a ring, like back before I was
Oh,
married.
definitely before
Yeah.
we had a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I need to look back and see when our Facebook group was created, but yeah.
Over 3 years
So
now.
it's been going on 4 years. Yeah, 3.5 years or something.
And I've been ringside to every fight we've ever had.
Yes, sir. You
No.
you only missed 1 month.
No, I've never missed a month.
No, you missed December 2020. Remember
Oh
those?
yeah, yeah, but we didn't have an event.
Oh, we did. We just didn't invite you.
Oh, okay. There. All right. I was wondering why my perfect record was ruined.
Oh,
Mystery solved.
so yes, we've had a fight. We've had an event every single month except for 1 month, and that was to build our cage. Um,
Yeah.
so whatever month we're on right now, I don't know. I don't feel like doing the math. We're going on like our 39th event or 40th event or something.
Yeah, I
39th,
think
I
it's
think.
39 or 40th.
Pretty crazy, yeah. And now, I would say recently we've been averaging
30,
25
almost
fights.
30 fights.
We
Almost
only
30
had 20.
fights the last 3 months in a row.
Well, we only had 29 last month. So
Oh,
unless a fight got deleted, which I don't think it did,
I
which
thought we added a 30th. We got a wrestling, grappling match in it so we could have 30.
yeah, but
That was the first time we hit 30.
what I think happened was we had 30 up on the board, but I think somebody left prior
Okay.
to their match
Mm,
happening, so we just skipped over it.
mm,
Hey,
okay.
you know what?
And then,
We'll get there eventually. We'll get
yeah.
30. We've
Mm,
already got 40
but-
people signed up for this month, and
yeah.
hopefully, maybe somebody watching this video will find it in their hearts to climb in our ring and get the crap beat out of them or beat the crap out of
Mm,
somebody. Fun
mm,
times. Even Jeremy's done it.
yep. I want to do it again too. Like, we'll get in there
Me too, man. I
again.
just
Yeah.
I've
Mm,
my heart hasn't been in the training thing for a little
yeah. Yeah.
while, so I got to get back into that.
Mm,
But that does remind me though. I want to bring up something, and it's the Masters division that I'm going to be
yeah.
implementing. So not
Mm,
so much a Masters division as much as
yeah.
Masters division for title holders.
Yeah.
So for every single belt and every single fighting style that we have, we're going to
Yeah.
have a Masters division. And so basically, if you're over 40 years old, you can fight for that title and you can win that title and you can be, the champion, but you got to be over 40 years old
I
and
want to be the
under.
Masters novice heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh, jeez.
Amateur master novice heavyweight champion.
We'll
They
have a
actually have
special
that
belt
title in the
made.
amateurs.
We'll have a special belt made for you, Jeremy.
Yes. You
It's
have to
just
make
gonna.
it extra wide because I'm really rotund. Rotund.
um
My knight's name was Circumference.
oh geez. Okay, we're
Yeah,
not
I
going to
know.
get into the jokes tonight. Actually, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're just kicking it. So
Yeah.
so yeah, Masters division 40 plus.
Mm,
Also a women's division, but
mm,
honestly, we need more women to sign up.
yeah.
And women, if men, if you know some women, if you want to just get some publicity, some fame, some attention, get in there. It doesn't have to be. It could be against a friend of yours. Like we've had a couple friends fight each other. Um, like we're going to try to give you a really fair match. When you guys see like kind of more unfair matches at the scrapyard, that's generally from people wanting to fight each other, or people that we've never seen fight before and we weren't sure about their experience level. We don't, I think Jeremy can attest to this, but we never intentionally put people against each other that we
Yeah.
think
We
are
do.
just going to be like, oh man, this is going to be a knockout. No, like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's
We don't want
horrible.
that.
I would
Yeah.
rather somebody come back and get
Mm,
stronger with the boys, rather than,
yes. Yeah. I come here
um,
to see magic. Not anyone can knock someone out, but someone showing true fighting skill and development, that's something special. That's what I like to watch here. Good matches.
well, plus everybody that comes out adds to the
Mm,
community, and
yeah,
if
exactly.
somebody has bad experiences out here, then they're not
Yeah,
gonna want to be part of our community. They're gonna give us a bad Yelp review, and
yeah,
yep, the Better Business Bureau is gonna say nope.
yeah.
Just kidding. We're not part of the Better Business Bureau because we aren't an
BBB.
organization. We're not a business.
Yeah, the
Character development,
BBB.
yes.
Yeah,
Victor, that's actually a really good thing that I want to talk about is character development.
yeah,
That is an important thing because with these fights, you're essentially telling a story. Um, you're essentially telling a story and you're building up characters. And
yeah.
what Fighter of the Year represents is how much of an impression somebody left on the world, the audience. It doesn't, and I know a lot of our more skilled fighters, don't like this as much because anybody could come in and grab up fighter of the year, but they don't have to have like a winning record. And it's not what it's about. It's I mean, you've watched pro wrestling, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, there's some. If you really ever got into it, I used to really be into it. I did it back in high school.
Yeah.
Um, it's not about the most talented pro wrestlers. The ones that really
Yeah.
got the attention of the fans, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I mean,
Sorry, you can't be everyone's brother. Oh,
he had
boy.
a fairly limited move set, and
Yeah,
just dropped elbows on people and that
yeah.
stuff. But he could really
He was an icon. Everyone
he's
remembered
an
him. He was
icon,
memorable.
memorable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your character and
Yep.
your appearance and the impression that you leave on people.
Yeah.
You can do it through your
First.
fighting.
Yeah.
It can be your message that you
Yeah.
you give at the beginning or after the fight. It can be your look. I mean, you could put a karate gi on and head kick somebody and
Yeah.
be viral,
Yeah.
Uh that's what's awesome about street
Yeah.
beefs. So this is also
Yeah.
why I really try to tell
Yeah.
the fighters, when they're out here, like, hey, be yourself. Let people see who you are. You got camera time. Use it. And I always
Yeah.
try to get them
First,
to go ahead.
well, I was going to say, first and foremost, all those fighters out there, I just want to let you know, thing that really sells entertainment. You got to entertain first and foremost. You can have a character, you have a shtick, you have something that's memorable, you will draw the viewers. You don't even necessarily have to fight that great. You just have to do something that's memorable and have character. You know,
For sure.
a lot of actually often bravery, drama shows itself. It's like I like to point this out. It's like Star Wars. I know it sounds like a dumb thing, but if you saw the original three Star Wars, the lightsaber duels, they weren't very flashy, but there was a lot of great acting and drama in them. Luke going against Vader, it's memorable. But you go to the prequels, there's all this flashy stuff, but the acting's so. There's not that same drama into it. Despite all the bells and whistles of the match, you didn't have that drama, that character. And that's what's going to sell. That's why the originals are remembered much more in the prequels. You got to have that drama. You got to have your character in it. So people that have a full spirit, I know it sounds weird, are going to sell on this platform. So
True. Yeah. If you just go out there and handle business and then don't say anything, um, you might be you might be recognized for your talent, but it's not going to leave a lasting impression on the fans. Um, and I feel like that's why a lot of people come out here, is because they want that recognition from the fans.
yeah.
So
Well,
I
think
do.
about like Gash, a previous fighter. Uh, People remembering her journey to get that first win. Her
Yep.
determination, it drew people in, the drama. Same thing with Solo. He was there, he was fighting, he was giving his heart out.
Yeah.
It was relatively pretty crudish fighting. I don't mean to be insulting, but he had heart in it. He was drawing you into the story of him, and that's how people remembered that. So one of the other important things I got to tell you, if you're going to win fight, probably want to win fight of the year, you probably have to fight throughout the whole year, because there's a bunch of people on this list. I think they deserve it, but they may have some difficulties because they haven't made that impression in the last several months.
But Jeremy, I wouldn't
We'll see.
necessarily say that
Mm.
people needed to fight all year. I think
Yeah,
people just need to fight more recently.
yeah,
Uh,
that's what I meant. Sorry.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it shouldn't make you shy away from fighting earlier in the year,
yeah,
because obviously there's other accomplishments like
yeah,
Wall of Fame and that
yeah.
stuff that you can get by fighting all year round. But yeah, so leaving those lasting impressions in these last 2 months of fighting, I feel are very important. Our last two events are going to be November 25th and December 16th. December 16th, because obviously we're not going to fight like really close to Christmas.
Knuckle it up with Santa here.
Shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about
Santa
some of the
Claus.
let's talk about some of the candidates for
Yeah.
fighter of the year. I'll you can bring up some, but I'll start out with King Kai.
Yeah.
So King Kai, I believe, was our first double champion.
Yeah. I think
So
so. Yeah.
he held the boxing that he won from Maliko Goon, and he won, and he still has the MMA title.
Yeah.
So he's double champion. He's I would say, consistent fighter. He comes out a lot. He
Yes,
does.
he does.
He does. He will fight any style, but he does grappling matches all the time.
Oh
Even
yeah.
against
Oh yeah.
me, he almost choked the chicken, but got
Oh,
saved by Father Time. You.
yeah. Clock the cock.
I was that close to going out, and then I heard your beautiful voice, Jeremy, and you saved my life.
Oh yeah. My voice has a healing power. I hear it, and suddenly people have all this energy. I've noticed that, so I've always assumed I have a healing power. 5
Um,
seconds, they're just running at each other.
yeah. So King Kai, let's see what else. He is on the Wall of Fame.
Yes.
That's a big deal too. That
He's
means
also
that
our
he's
first guy to give us a trilogy.
yes, he was also the first
Very
guy to
cool.
give us a trilogy. So
And it
he
was
gave us
memorable,
it was a memorable fight.
amazing.
He
Like
just
some of the
fought.
best boxing I've ever seen. Just beautiful.
Yep,
It's like well, all that skill, reflexes, timing. Just obviously, we're both really into it.
he
Kai
fought
and
last
Ogun.
month and had a
Yeah.
great war with um hold on here. Chadlack, Fire Chicken, my son Zach signed up for your next fight. Local KP resident. So Solo's out when he signed up the first time too, he was a local resident too. No, King Kai, you haven't missed anything important. We haven't just talked about you for the last 7-8 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
We're going over fighter of the year, and we're basically listing accomplishments. And we brought up that you've fought a bunch of times, you're double champion, you're on the Wall of Fame. Lots of good reasons right there. So yes, trilogy fight also. So
And he said he's only been boxing for 6 months. I
yeah.
think it was around the
Wow.
second time he fought Ogun. That's amazing learning curve. Just getting it so fast. Like I thought he'd been fighting for years or boxing for years. He's like the Nagano of the scrapyard. A little
Yep.
bit of training and he's almost elite or elite.
Next up on the list, let's talk about he's actually already on the wall a couple times.
Yeah.
So let's see if you know who I'm talking about. Who is on the wall a couple times?
Viking Warrior.
No, because you can't get fighter of the year twice.
Oh, I thought he was fighter of the year and he's also on the Wall of Fame.
He is, but we wouldn't be talking about him for fighter of the year if he's already fighter of the year.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Solo? No.
Fighter of the year.
Yeah.
So this guy, he actually got put on the wall for something special. Hey, what's up, Pono? Okay, it's lights out. Guessing
Oh yeah,
games are
yeah,
over.
lights up.
Yeah, I put him up
Well,
on the
but
wall for the most wins in the
oh,
scrapyard.
okay, I see. Yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
remember
so
that. Yeah,
I
well,
figured it was something that was kind of like an accomplishment, like quickest
yeah, it is.
knockout,
Yeah,
fastest submission.
yeah.
Well, lights
Or
out.
on the staff. I was thinking of staff. I was like, who's
Oh, that would
staff
be a
in
good.
Hall
Oh,
of
that would
Fame?
be a good one. I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So lights out. He has the most fights in the scrapyard. I say scrapyard because
Yeah,
some guys like Viking, he's fought in the other branches and stuff. Those don't
yeah,
those don't count towards the fights in the scrapyard, I should say. But lights out. He's fought all of his matches here. He's gone out and made it did more. He's challenged himself by taking on MMA matches
Yes.
grappling matches against people he knew he was not going to win against, or
Yeah.
he
He'll
wasn't
just
very.
fight. It's
He
like
just wants to do it. So
in Russia,
um,
he's known as the machine.
I believe he's had a belt at 2 different weight classes.
Yeah, I think he's another double champion.
Well, I wouldn't say double champion. I say double champion because King Kai had 2 at one time.
Oh, okay.
Lights
I see.
Out,
I
I
see him.
believe he had the
Concurrent
135 and the
champion,
145.
consecutive. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think I might be wrong on that, but what's up, Flex? Crazy Legs in the house. What's going on? So anyway, Lights Out, Wall of Fame.
Yes. Twice.
Most fights in the
Yeah.
scrapyard.
Yep.
A couple belts.
Now we just need to be timekeeper so he could be on the wall 3 times. And if he gets
Crazy
fighter of the
Legs,
year, he could be 4 times.
Crazy Legs, Crazy Legs wants to fight anybody that is like qualifying for fighter of the year. He says
Well,
if Lights Out wins, I want to fight him again.
yeah. We're
I'm sure Lights
relatively in
Out
the
would do
same
that.
weight class. Yeah, he would. He won't. He'll fight Mike Tyson. You
Yes, he
know.
would. Yeah.
Yeah, he would. He'd fight everyone. Yeah, he's my hero. Actually, he's fight, fight, fight. Like,
So Lights Out, great candidate for fighter of the year. Next up, we got Flex. All right, Flex has done a number of matches in the scrapyard this year. He captured the 205-pound title.
yep.
He's fought amateur. That's something too that I haven't
Yeah.
really mentioned about. I forgot to mention about Lights Out.
He also fought amateur this year.
He did. We did. They did some. Yeah, basically yes.
Yeah.
So that's another accomplishment that should be mentioned. So Flex doing great in the scrapyard.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely made an impression this year. Solidifying
Some
that
very
title.
memorable knockouts, including 2 of probably the biggest knockouts, like shocking knockouts. A guy just keeps delivering. You
For
don't think
sure.
he could do it, and then boom, he's got all this skill. He's a great kickboxer. He fights everything: kickboxing, boxing, MMA. If you put him up, he'll fight
Yep.
anyone at any
Yeah, that's
time.
another thing. He's fought
Like,
different
yeah,
types of fighting. I don't know what his record is though. He's got to be like getting close to the Wall of Fame.
I think it's 1 or 2 more wins away.
Yeah. So so Flex definitely potential there. Next up, let's talk about Cherry Bomb. So Cherry Bomb came into the scrapyard this year. I think she's fought like four or 5 times.
Yeah, I think it's 4 times. I think.
She signed up for this month, so she wants to get
Yeah.
another fight. So women, I need 160-pound girl to fight Cherry Bomb. So yeah.
Cherry wants to know, and she'll fight anyone, anytime. She's basically signed up every chance she's had.
Yep.
What's kept her from getting more fights is just lack of signups.
And she's actually undefeated so far. So she's 4-0, which is impressive for sure. She hasn't landed Wall of Fame yet because we haven't had enough opponents for
her.
Yeah.
She's scored her second women's knockout in scrapyard history.
Yeah. She's probably the main thing about Cherry Bomb though is viral sensation, like huge, just lots of views.
Yeah.
That could be because she's kind of a pioneer of the women's division.
And she has drama when she fights. She has that emotion.
Yes,
she really
she
puts
does have
everything
emotion
into it. She
Yeah,
puts it all in there.
Yeah, and she had the Rugrats shirt on that everybody really liked.
Yeah.
So Cherry Bomb, that potential fighter of the year. All right,
next, she's memorable and also a great name.
Yep.
Cherry Bomb.
Good record. All right, next up is Crazy Legs.
Yep.
So Crazy Legs, I don't know how many fights he's had this year, but he's had a lot. He's fought here, and I will say
4 or 5.
Fighting in different yards also, since these are accomplishments, these count. Those don't, so the different yard fights don't count for the Wall of Fame, but they do count I mean, obviously for fighter of the year, because it's all about how people look at you. And if you've got a list of accomplishments and there's more stuff on there, it all adds up. So fighting in different branches, amateur fighting,
Yep.
amateur
Several
smokers.
amateur fights.
Crazy Legs has fought
Several
every
outfits.
single.
Hmm.
Have you done Muay Thai yet, Crazy Legs? I'm pretty sure he's done every single type of fighting style in the scrapyard.
I think he has actually. Yeah. Except for just pure grappling.
No, I grappled him.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. So he's done all 5 disciplines.
Unless he hasn't done, he's done Muay Thai. Okay, there he goes. So
Yeah,
I
love it.
honestly think that Crazy Legs is the only one in the scrapyard that's done every single type of fighting style. Viking Warrior close, but I don't think Viking's done Muay Thai before. Not in the scrapyard.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So amateur fights, Wall of Famer. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
Huge accomplishment to have your name on the Wall of Fame. Shows dedication. It shows improvement. It shows overall skill. Then Crazy also has the entertainment factor.
Yes, he does.
He's a personality.
Yeah.
People look forward to seeing him fight. His crazy outfits.
Yeah.
whether whether they're arguing with him about it or praising him for it, it's still attention. So he's definitely got.
Well, he's definitely left a memorable presence, and he definitely should be up there.
Yep, and he definitely wants to fight whoever his competition is for fighter of the year. So he might have to
Yeah.
fight.
That'll probably be fight of the year.
He might have to fight Cherry Bomb.
Mm.
Actually, sorry, man, we're giving you hostility.
Yeah, all right.
She actually could if she had one more fight, but I don't sorry, Facebook users, I don't know who you guys are. We're it doesn't say on here who you guys are. But yeah, she's a potential too, but she has to get another fight in. Problem is she's like a level 4, level 5 female fighter, and to match that up is just, it's tough. So
sign up.
Yep.
We're women fighters. Sign up.
All right, we got next up is La Arena.
Anya.
I would start out by saying he is the youngest Wall of Fame fighter that we have. He found his way onto the Wall of Fame, and I believe he was 18 years old. Yep. So,
and he's personally my most, for me, my most inspirational fighter. He's inspired me the most of anyone. Because he's literally said he got off of YouTube, and within a year, he got on the Wall of Fame. He's just watching us on YouTube, got out here, and it's just an epic story. And he's also improved dramatically in that time.
He's also
learned how to.
He's also improved Nintendo sales by 45% with their Pokemon games.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah,
always wearing the Gengar. So he's got, he's entertaining. He's got some skill. Got lots of skill. He doesn't shy away from competition either.
He'll fight anyone.
Yep, he's fought some tough opponents.
Yeah.
Definitely a major contender for fighter of the year.
Definitely. It was incredibly inspirational. He's like a lights out, just always there.
Yeah. Also helps out a lot. I know that this, YouTube doesn't see this, but he does help out a lot. His mom's one of our nurses, and so that's really
we
good
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Next up, J-Ro. So young J-Ro, he is undefeated. I believe he's 5 or 6-0.
Yeah, he's getting almost to the Wall of Fame.
Almost to the Wall of Fame.
And he's beating good competition. He puts up great fights.
Yes.
He's very fun to watch.
And I have to say his last fight was really impressive. I was like, damn. You're getting better, because he fought a really tough opponent last time.
Yeah, he's
And
just also his learning curve is just phenomenal. He just keeps getting in there and just keeps surprising. I personally, he surprises me because I think he may struggle with this guy, but he just has that. He finds the skill, finds the strength, puts out a great show every time.
I honestly think he has like really good. I've trained with him a couple times, but I think he's got
Yeah,
really consistent work ethic with
yeah,
his training, and he's in basically really good shape. But he's also,
yeah,
you can just see the improvement in skill. It's not just about being in
yeah,
shape. Like he's actually improving as a fighter. So
yeah,
that's how he's
yeah. He's
able to
actually in
take on.
phenomenal shape. He's going every second of the 3 rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's just
Not afraid
constantly
to
going.
throw.
Yeah,
He'll get right into a firefight with somebody. Really entertaining to watch.
yeah,
So definitely a
definitely
candidate.
should be up there.
Um, next up is your favorite fighter in the entire world besides Solo. It's Mini
Thank you.
Solo. So
Oh,
Pappas.
no, I'm just kidding. Oh man, this guy's awesome. Yeah, he's brought a lot of
Okay.
energy.
So this is back what we talk about as far as being entertaining, being an
Yeah,
icon,
mm,
um, make like creating an audience. This is what
yeah,
Solo did when he first got into the scrapyard.
yeah,
His presence, his way that he does things, it draws people in, and he's constantly getting better. Um, Solo constantly getting better, and I think Pappas is trying some different stuff out and trying to get better with the boys.
yeah,
Uh, but he's making it fun. He gets in there and has fun,
yeah.
and
That stands out. Having the fun, showing that emotion,
I
the
I think it
positive energy.
I think it pisses a lot of people off, some of the
Yeah,
fans, some of the other fighters. But at the end of the day, it's
he's
entertaining to
memorable.
everybody. It's memorable.
Entertainment. Mm.
Um,
And he's
so
not afraid. That's one of the keys there. He's just
he's not
a lot
afraid of
of people
anything.
that are
He
able to
fight.
get in there and just, yeah,
What's up, short temper? Kenny
yeah,
Scholl. What's going on? DAD. Victor
yeah.
Torres. King Kai. He literally tries to fight trees every time he's at the
Yeah, I
scrapyard.
know. Well, he also fights with the mind. He's a chess player. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Jeff Boy, actually Pappas got ESPN, ESPN MMA. They were sharing his reel that I put out on their TikTok. So ESPN
Mm,
actually contacted me and said, "Hey, can we use this?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah," because it's brand recognition. No matter what, when people see our stuff, they know it's street beefs. They know it's the scrapyard.
yeah,
And it just brings, or people, if they're intrigued enough by it, they will figure out where
yeah,
did that come from? What's that ban? Oh, there's the banner in the background that says scrapyard.
yeah.
Okay, now I'll look it up on Google. Oh, okay, Google tells me they got a YouTube channel. Oh, wow, now they're down the rabbit hole
Yeah,
and they're watching 50 fights, and they're binge. I get messages
yeah,
all the time about
exactly.
people binge watching. They're just like, I have been busy for the last 2 days just binge watching all of your fights. Like,
Yeah.
that's
That's what
cool.
happened when I first started watching Street Beefs. Just binge watching everything.
Yeah.
Mm,
Um, so
mm,
Pappas, he's
yeah.
honestly going to be one of the major forces in fighter of the year. As I said before, it's a popularity vote, and yeah,
And he's
that's
just
that's
got endless energy, phenomenal shape, just dancing around the ring and just I actually think he's going to be a very, very dangerous fighter
all
coming
this
up. Like
all
out,
this data that he's taking in is just going to
yeah,
finally
yeah.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
once he channels that, I've done some sparring with him. He is fast and coordinated. It's
You
actually
know
kind of
what?
frightening. Like,
I will say this. Zeus, what's up?
mm,
Pappas versus Father Time fight of the year. So I've sparred Pappas also, and
yeah,
he he uses this art of surprise basically.
yeah, yeah,
It's really hard to tell where everything's coming from because of how unorthodox he is. And you know what? I like it because it's like trying to figure out a puzzle. But when you do a few rounds with somebody and maybe they land a couple in the first, it's collecting data. And it really, like, once you get to the later rounds, that's where you start to really see between the two fighters, like who's kind of learning more about the other fighter. Are they using what they've learned? Are they feigning? Are they setting stuff up? Are they watching what they do, how they react? Okay. Pono asked a question that's really important. If you're talking fighter of the year, does it come down to what they've accomplished for the year or who they are personality wise? I'm picking fighter of the year. I'm looking at what statements they made. So fighter of the year is all about what you think, the voter. It's basically saying, like, out of all these people, which one of these people do you like the most as a fighter to watch?
Popularity contest.
Popularity contest. It is. It's at the end of the day, it's entertainment. Fighter of the year is the most entertaining, whereas the Wall of Fame, you're up there because you had the skills to make it to the wall. Basically. That's your skill. Fighter of the year, not necessarily determined by skill, not determined by skill at all, determined by the mark you left on the scrapyard while you fought. As long as you had,
like the musician Prince, he goes platinum because he has skill. He gets musician of the year decade because they remember his antics.
Yeah.
Artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, you have to have at least 3 fights within 2023, and you could have never won fighter of the year before. So Viking Warrior Solo Gash, not eligible for fighter of the year ever again, but their names are immortalized on the wall. Fighter of the year, never go away. And those are just gonna keep piling up. So yeah, it's a huge accomplishment. And also one thing that you get with it is you get a video. I will make a video with all of the fights that you've had up to that point into one video. So it'll be like it could be like a 3-hour video. I mean, it just depends on how many fights
you had. 6 hour if it's lights out.
Jeez, don't even, damn it.
I know, Jeremy, you gotta pray lights out don't get it.
Lights out, love you, man, but I don't want to edit that video. Oh man. All right. Next on the list is Saro. Wall of Fame, amateur fighter now. He's actually taking his amateur career very seriously. He's dropped some weight. I don't know if Saro's going to be back to the scrapyard consistently. I hope he comes back.
I hope he does too.
But I also hope that he accomplishes what he wants to accomplish in his fighting career. So if he's looking to be a pro fighter, I would rather see him do that and achieve his goals rather than just keep coming back to fight. You know, I like it when fighters come back. I do, but I want to see them get what they want out of the scrapyard.
Yeah. We have to let them go sometime.
Yeah. But sometimes they come back and referee or whatever. Do a grappling match.
They're always welcome back. And Sarah actually has memorable fights this year.
Oh, so Sarah was actually one of our
personality.
He's one of our most viral fighters, and I just made a video. I put it out yesterday, and what it was is the most viral clips. Well, no, Pono, they're fighters though. It's not. It's still a fighter of the year. I did a video that was like I went through and I looked at the top shorts that we had on YouTube and went views wise. So 8 million, 7 million, 6 million, 5 million, down the line. And I took that clip and I made a video. It was the top 10. And I first showed the famous part of it. And then I showed the whole fight after that. So you got to see like, hey, what fight did this come out of? Oh, okay, there it is. And Cerro was actually in
Yeah.
2 of the fights.
Mhm.
It was Cerro versus High Speed and Cerro versus Zach
Yep.
Sewell. So Viral, I mean, I'm pretty sure that his let me check here really quick, but I'm pretty sure that he's got some pretty highly viewed fights. Let me see
He's
here.
got character. He's got panache. He's memorable. He puts on a show.
So
He's definitely
1.3 million views that he got
mm,
with Zach Sewell, and then I'm
yeah.
sure that he's got
Sounds like a longshoreman. You mother.
and
So
his fight clips, you know, those ones have gotten a lot of views too. So talented, viral. I mean,
you know,
memorable. He's always wearing the
lots of cage rash
lots of
until he
cage
learned to
rash.
put his shirt on. Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
but
Yeah, turf rash. That's it.
turf rash.
They
There
used
we
to get
go.
that in football. Well,
Next up is High Speed. High
yeah,
Speed, Wall of Famer. Oh, I forgot to mention, Cerro also has the 185-pound MMA title.
yeah, he's a champion. Yeah, he's a champion.
Champion. Very
Yeah.
important. So High Speed actually fought Cerro this year, and High Speed
Yeah.
beat Cerro, and
Mm.
that was a very viral fight because they
Yeah, it
were
was a
kind of going
great
back and
fight.
forth and
Yeah,
talking, and
yeah,
highly anticipated. Like a lot of people want to see that one.
yeah. The drama, memorable.
High Speed
Forest and Forest.
has some of the nastiest knockouts.
Yeah, he does. He hits hard. I can
I,
see it.
I nicknamed him the Head Kick King
Yeah.
because he's landed some nasty head kicks in the scrapyard.
Oh
Jeez.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that big viral knockout. That
Yep.
one guy. Yeah, like wow. Like
Yep.
mm,
Um, La Arena can get a title shot whenever he wants it, but he hasn't fought in the last. I don't think he's fought in the last couple months,
yeah.
and
No,
I don't know if he's necessarily um, expressed interest in fighting for the title. I keep giving him tough competition, but
and he keeps winning,
but
fighting well.
yeah, yeah, but
Mm,
I mean, if he wants it, it's there.
mm,
It's there. High Speed though, yeah, viral sensation. Wasn't
Yep.
ever interested in any of the belts, but he also fought Fair Play. Remember?
Yeah, that was a very great fight. Oh man.
So that was Fair Play's last
Yeah.
Street Beast fight in MMA.
Yeah, fair play, classiest guy ever. That was so fun hosting him. Yeah.
High Speed also had a viral fight with E Money.
Oh yes, yes. I remember
He
that.
had that Muay Thai fight with, I forget the guy's name, the guy from Alaska with the big beard.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. Mm.
Had that fight with the
Just
creator.
mm. He just got devastating kicks. I wonder if he could be professional, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like great technique. He's got great skill, timing, reflexes.
he's
Feet are
training.
like an extension of his hands.
Yeah, he told me that he didn't have any training too when he was doing all that. Like
Really?
that was natural.
I thought
He
he was
is
actually almost professional or
right.
something. Yeah.
He is
What?
getting training now. I see that he just
Okay.
moved, and he is getting
Yeah.
training. So it's going to be interesting to see how he is with some really good training.
Yeah. Don't want to ever be in the ring with him then.
Yeah,
Man,
I would
like
not like to get kicked.
yeah, ever. Like
Um,
instant thumbnails with him
yeah, right.
regularly. Yeah, yeah. It's like a
Um,
reverse crazy legs.
that sounds like a
Sorry,
Kama
sorry.
Sutra position. Oh shit.
But Crazy Legs could be landing the head kicks too. Easy.
He could, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that next up is Maliko Goon. So
Yes.
Malik has fought. He'll fight anybody, but
Yes, he will. And he's devastating.
he went down to Arizona, fought down
Yeah.
there. Almost got impaled by their cage or
Oh,
pallets. I thought he was going
yeah.
to
We're
stand
not
up with a
vampires, we're fighters.
I thought he was going to stand up with a board sticking out of his side.
Yeah.
He's fought down there. He's fought a number of times in the scrapyard, strictly boxing. Got some of the most memorable knockouts. Trilogy fight, champion, lost it, got it back. Trilogy fight with King Kai.
Yeah, King Kai.
Yep.
And I can just feel his power when he throws.
Yep.
You know, the power he has, the speed and that. Oh man, that guy's dangerous. You know, like he's definitely a standout fighter. He just radiates presence in that ring. It definitely is memorable in all categories for being fighter of the year. And he's actually probably, in my opinion, probably one of the most purest fighters. He just has it all. It's like he's born and molded for this.
Yeah, he's got the personality in the so he gets his personality mainly from his he throws a lot of knockout shots, hard, heavy hits, and he will do this for an entire fight.
Yes,
he's got
5 rounds.
The physique also to go along with that. So that's the look, that's the fighting. I mean, viral sensation guy is he's a view magnet basically.
Yeah, one of the purest fighters in my opinion. Just radiates fighting. Like,
yep. Last up, now not last up, but on my list is Dre, no doctor. Dre took a big, and I'm pretty sure he's got 3 fights in this year, but Dre has been here for quite a while. I mean, he's fought Scotty Showtime, he's fought Jay Gotham.
Yeah,
he will literally fight anybody.
Yeah,
he'll fight anybody, and he's had some really good matches this year. And I believe he only needs like one more to get on the Wall of Fame.
Yeah. And he's got great power too. And he definitely puts it in there.
You know, like, I knew that he could box. I did. But when I saw him recently kickbox, I was really impressed. It's like he has so much snap and power in those kicks. I honestly think him versus High Speed would be a perfect matchup.
Oh yeah, that would be. Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah, he hits so hard with those kicks and the fists. I mean, he's got some memorable knockouts.
So there you go, High
Speed.
I know
fighter.
High Speed was interested in getting back in here, and I said I would have to try to find an opponent for him, but I think I found one.
Yep.
None of that ground game. We'll keep it strictly kickboxing. Now you guys can do kickboxing with MMA gloves on for all I care. All right. Do you got any other suggestions or potential candidates for fighter of the year? I may have overlooked because my brain is going 100 miles an hour all the time.
I actually have one, Ronan.
Yeah.
The reason I think Ronan deserves to be on the list is because he's also has a presence in there. He's given his all. He gets in there, he just puts it all there. He hits hard. He's willing to fight anyone. He's taken his training. He's now trying to do amateur. And he takes his training seriously, and he's really focused in all of this.
He's
willing to fight.
Also made a song for us too.
And he's made song. He's a very talented artist.
Yep.
I love his work. I think he's got a lot of things going for him, and I think he has a great cage presence too. And I'll be excited to see how he develops further as a fighter. But he just keeps getting in there and making memorable fights. And I think he definitely deserves to be up there.
Yep, I do not argue that one bit. Definitely has enough fights in, puts everything into him. He's actually he's actually got it pretty tough.
Yeah.
For his weight class, and his height, it's
Yeah.
difficult for him because I have to match up based on weight. So oftentimes he gets
Yeah.
matched up with these guys that have 80+ inch reaches.
Yeah, I
And
know. But like,
it's
it's a
tough, but
curse
it's
against
also
me
good.
too.
It's also good for him too, because
Mm,
that's going
mm,
to teach you how to deal with taller fighters if you're
yeah.
fighting them,
Yeah.
So, uh, I'm Pono
Yeah.
maybe, but I definitely think that Dre's been showing some real promise lately. He was off for quite a while. Like he wasn't really doing the fighting thing, and he used to fight at about 170, and now he's
Yeah.
over 200. But
Mm,
the thing about it is, like, even at 200, he's still doing really well. He's had enough fights in the yard. He's had more fights than needed to get on fighter,
yeah.
Wall of Fame. He just needs to win one more.
Yeah.
So,
And we all can improve, honestly, as fighters. It's going to be a lifelong journey.
yeah, and
But-
like I said, the fighter of the year is the impression that you
yeah.
left on
Yeah.
on the fans and everything, and not so much what the accomplishments help sell you as a candidate for
Yeah.
fighter of the year. That's what we're doing right now. Is I'm trying to
Yeah.
explain to people, like, if they didn't know about a certain fighter, why they might be
Yeah.
interested in voting for this fighter coming up. Um,
Yeah.
I'm just putting information out there. So ultimately, it's up to the fans.
Yeah.
Um, it's not always the most popular fighter. Sometimes it is the most skilled fighter. I mean, Viking Warrior won it the second year.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yep.
that shows you right there, probably the most talented boxer that we've had in here. I mean,
Yeah.
his record speaks for itself. The only person he's ever
Yeah.
lost to was Dre
That was
stays.
fair play. Was
Yeah,
that
fair
fair
play.
play boxing? Yeah.
And arguably, I think he beat fair play the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because they did fight twice.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were close, competitive fights. It was a
Uh,
great show. I mean,
La Reina said, could the candidates make videos? I mean, they can, but not every candidate's savvy with tech. That's the thing, is like, you
yeah.
guys could make your own stuff or whatever, but and you could.
Yeah.
I 100% don't mind if you make a video talking to people like, oh, hey, I want to be fighter there because of whatever. That's cool. You can do that, and you can post it in the group, and you can get people behind you, and that's all fair game. But I just don't think everybody that is going to be fighter of the year is gonna be able to make
Yes.
videos like that. So it's up to you to kind of try to sell yourself out there too as a fighter, you know.
Yeah. Some of us are still living the Stone Age. I'm good with rocks, not computers. Oh,
You have to realize that, like, self promotion like that might not have as much of a benefit as you think, because the majority of our people are watching on YouTube. So
yeah.
that's where all the views are coming from. They're going to recognize you from your videos and what you've already done on YouTube. But you know what? If you want to, you can always try to promote yourself a little bit more through our Facebook group and different avenues, and try to get people to vote for you. That's cool.
Yeah. It might help you get nominated. But yeah, you're going to have to make a statement
Well,
on the
come on.
cage with the YouTube.
The nomination thing's easy.
Yeah.
Basically, like,
Yeah.
everybody that I listed has been
Yeah.
nominated.
Yeah.
If When we do the nominations in the Facebook group, I'm
Yeah.
just basically looking for people that I might have missed,
Yeah.
and we'll put them in the Facebook group. And the reason we limit it down to 5 people is because YouTube only allows a poll with 5 people. So,
Yeah. 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 Makes
if
sense.
they had larger polls, then I could put more people on there, but
Yeah.
can't. So it's down to 5. YouTube is our core audience. That's what votes on
Yeah.
it.
The
So
biggest statements and what he can make in the cage.
Um, but you know what? You never know how much of an impact you made to the fans. You know, you might have a following you don't even know. It isn't just because the person got a lot of views. Not always. It isn't always about that.
Well, I always walk down the street armed and ready because I have a following and I don't know when they'll come out.
Oh, Pono, yeah, dude, get it, Pony Boy. They're training again. You guys, if you want, if you want, if you want to get good, if you want some solid coaching, if you want some good competition, go train with Pony Boy. They're putting
Yeah.
together a team. And
Yeah.
I brought this up. I brought this up in the Facebook group after talking with who was it? Ruckus. He had a live going, and I said, you know, more people need to create little teams.
Yeah.
Not to exclude themselves from the scrapyard, but to bring themselves together and have training partners and hold each other accountable for showing up to practice. You know,
It's true. We're social species. We need each other. We need other people to help lift us up. And a team is a motivating tool. It helps you when you get tired or don't want to do workout one day. You have the team to call you. I'm obligated to this team, and you start moving more. It actually is a great motivating tool to keep you working out when you normally would lay low.
yeah, true. There's other benefits too.
Mm.
There's a
Carpooling.
car. Why'd you steal it
Yeah.
from me? Damn it,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Carpooling. That's another one.
Yeah.
You cut down on carbon footprint, and no, I'm just kidding. You
Yeah.
create less parking
Yeah.
trash, and there's
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
cars at my place. So
Yeah.
yeah. Bang Muay Thai, that's another one. Chuck Whiskey said. Yeah, guys, get together and train, but don't think that just because you train together, you're not going to end up fighting each other. So
Yeah.
always keep a trick in your bag for your teammates that you might have to fight.
Yeah. We love civil wars here in the scrapyard.
You know what?
There's nothing
This
civil in them, though.
The civil wars in the scrapyard have been some of the best
Yeah.
fights that I've ever
Exactly.
seen.
Yeah.
Scott, I
Yeah.
mean,
Friends,
friends
brothers
fighting each
can
other.
really fight.
Jeez,
Yeah.
I don't know what
You
it
can
is.
really go at it.
I don't know what it is. They just
Yeah.
they put on just a show.
Yeah. Because they're
Um,
always coming in there with emotion, heightened awareness, and all that. There's also this level of relaxation you have.
that you
So you
get from
just you
sparring.
yeah, so you put more
Yeah,
energy in because you're not going to tie yourself with anxiety the same way as fighting a total stranger.
that's 100% true. Because
Yeah,
when you go into a training session at a gym, you're not thinking
yeah,
about necessarily knocking out your opponent. You're trying to pace yourself and trying to
yeah,
think
yeah,
and put combos together. And you know, you're in a learning environment, right? So
yeah,
um, you're more level headed and clear headed. You get that adrenaline when you get in the cage.
yeah, exactly.
That's where the cardio goes to your adrenaline dump.
Yep,
You have a little person on your
exactly.
shoulder.
Oh, really? How did he get in the house? Oh, oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
he was like
no, no.
on your shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my son. Mm,
So that's basically it for kind of the candidates, fighter of the year. You know, like I would just say, guys, get out here, try to get another match or two in, you know, in the year, and
mm,
yeah, get noticed, get remembered. I did want to bring up the Wall of Fame, and that is the requirements, which is currently it's 8 fights, but there's only one more spot left because Too Explosive
yeah.
he got on the Wall of Fame. So there's one more spot, and there are a few people that are almost there. Dre, Brickhouse, No Limit are right there. And
His
when one
father
of
time says time is running out
yeah,
for the eight
when
win
one of those
spot.
get on the wall,
Mm,
then that means that the the limit the required fights goes up
yeah,
one more
yeah,
because you have another 6 people, that another spot for 6 people. So it's
Yeah.
6, another 6, and then finally we have the 5 right now that
Yeah.
are getting filled up. Wait, this is the second row. So this is, we currently have 11 up there so far. Oh, it's Bosco. What's up? I remember you. So yeah, it's gonna for every slot that's filled up on, every row that gets filled up, we add another requirement. And I did say that I would cap it at 10. So once we hit that spot where you need 10 to get on the wall, we are basically gonna keep it at 10. And
Should do it at 11, just to drive people with OCD nuts.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, choose an odd prime number. Yeah.
If No Limit and I both win on the 25th, we can't both. No, it's whoever wins first. That's how it was, because when Crazy Legs was trying to get on there and Lights Out were trying to get on there, we had to give it to Lights Out. We had to put his name up there first. So it's because he wanted to fight first, and he technically got on the wall first. So we had to put his name up first. But this is a little different situation because some bullshit he said. Hold on.
You can fight for it.
So this is a little bit different situation, because if one of you goes first and wins, obviously the other person is going to have another one to win to get on there. But wins don't drop off. So like you would just need to get another one after that. And I know that No Limit's already like okay with that. No, don't do that. Even number if you want to go up to 12. Yeah. Cherry Bomb does not like uneven numbers, apparently.
Exactly. That's why I suggest 11.
So I think we're gonna cap it at 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Maybe 11 and a half.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Drive people extra nuts. Yeah.
There's
I don't
No Limit.
irritate people, then I haven't done my job.
She says no.
Yeah.
No. So Cherry Bomb is signed up for this month. I think. I know that she was interested in it. I don't know if she's actually got to put her name up there yet, but get your name down. We are looking for an opponent for you. Also, Volkova is interested in fighting this month, so I would like to find an opponent for her as well. 135, 160, and I'm sure if I told Hostility, I'd probably need to give her advance notice, but she's 185 right now, and that's going to be I think Hostility versus Gash would be a good one.
I'd like to see Gash come up and fight again.
I would too.
Yep.
Medicare Prepare. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm doing it. You said 8. I'm at 3. So line me up 5 fights back to back. I'm kidding. He's doing it. Pono's going to do a Shark Tank at the scrapyard. So.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, you could probably do it too.
You know what?
Black eyes.
619 mentioned that he wants to come up to the scrapyard and do.
That would be awesome.
He says something about, he didn't call it a Shark Tank. He called it a train or something, like
Ultimate Pressure Fighter.
He said he wanted to have something about having a train ran on him or something. Yeah. I didn't know what he meant, but I understood.
Sounds like something for After Dark movies.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
So 619 says, yeah, he's gonna come up and let everybody run the train on him. So hopefully that won't get us flagged on YouTube. But
yeah.
So I mean, if he's willing to do something like that, Pony Boy, I know you're just joking, but I would like to see you get in on that 619 Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I want to get in on the Shark Tank,
I don't even think 619 can get tired from watching his fights.
Dude, I sparred with him out in Arizona, and I think he's solar powered, to be honest. I don't think he has he doesn't have a gas tank. It's just solar powered.
So we better hope he fights on a cloudy day here.
You
So
know
as long
what's
as he's in
weird?
here in the winter, we'll be safe.
I do think that the cold and the weather does affect these
Yeah.
guys from different places. It's got to
Oh yeah, it
because
can. Your blood thins or thickens based off of the heat. So if you
yeah,
come up and you're not accumulating, you need at least 2 weeks to accumulate to a local uh, venue. Also, the other thing is oxygen levels. Like if
for
you go
sure.
fight at a higher
Elevation.
elevation, you need to acclimate. Yeah. So yeah, these actually things, fighters actually have to show up. Usually, they recommend at least 2 weeks at the venue prior, but obviously, a lot of fighters can't afford that. But yeah, that's the recommendation. At least 2 weeks before your fight, you're in the area of the venue training, so you acclimate to everything.
Yeah, no,
Mm,
that's been a big thing.
mm,
People doing elevation training to get ready for fighting.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, but also the blood changes due to the heat changes. If it's colder, your blood thickens. That will tire you out while you're getting used to that. If you go to a hotter climate, your blood thins. You
yep,
do to create less friction to create less heat. That can tire you out. You have to get used to carrying more oxygen with less blood. So the
yeah.
acclimation, they generally say takes about 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I
So
remember the first fight I did over in Street Beefs. There was snow on the ground.
oh yeah, like it's
Yeah,
exhausting. Yeah.
and I
Mm,
I remember the ring had
Yeah.
like bark chips on top of mud, so it was kind of smushy,
Oh man.
but they were kind of frozen. And I
Yeah.
wore like my work boots that were steel toe
Yeah.
to box in,
Yeah.
and I wore jeans. Everyone's
Oh.
like, "Why is that guy fighting in jeans?" On the video, and like, because it's
Yeah, yeah.
32 degrees out. That's why.
Yeah, 32. And if it's
Um,
slippery, you use all these muscles in your legs, and that'll tire you really fast.
that was kind of the
You have to be
reasoning
careful
for
with
wanting
that.
to use my work boots because
Yeah.
it would give me more positive footing, and
Yeah.
I figured that they were either going to be fighting with traction or,
Yeah.
you know, my defense is pretty good. So yeah, you know what? It worked out. I want to talk about really quick. A couple people had they were like questions or whatever in the group. And one guy said, why you should bring a corner. Okay. So you should bring a +1, no more than a +1, but you should bring a +1. And here's why. If in the unlikely event that you do get an injury, we would like your corner to be able to take you to urgent care. Um,
Yeah.
we do have
Driving with a concussion, no bueno.
right, and we do
No
have
good.
nurses. We do have nurses,
Yeah.
that'll check you out and offer advice on what to do. But
Yeah.
um, and we do have a injury protocol now where you can't come
Yeah.
back and fight until you are medically cleared, and we're
Yeah.
doing that so that we don't
You
add to
particularly
any.
do not want secondary concussion syndrome. You don't want to get a concussion and fight too early because the symptoms from secondary concussion syndrome are exponentially worse than from the primary. So you want to make sure you're healed from the primary concussion. So it's important to see a doctor and get cleared because that's where your real damage will come in. If you
Yeah,
follow the proper
I've said it
protocols,
before that top
mm,
priority in the scrapyard is safety.
safety.
Um, and
Yeah.
with our nurses are doing a great job making sure the
Yeah.
fighters
Yeah.
are up to date on these things. We have had
Yeah.
fighters get knocked out, get
Yeah.
concussions, bring notes, and then get cleared to
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
So, and I know that there are a couple that have yet to get cleared, and we are still waiting on that. But it's important because fighters are like, I'll say this: fighters are tough, and sometimes
Yes. Very tough.
they're too tough, and
Too tough for their own good.
you've
Yeah.
got to
That's why you
step
have
in and
officials and
yeah,
rules in that is to watch out for that. Because yeah, you follow the concussion protocols, you take your 30 days off, that's going to limit most of the damage. It's that secondary injury while you're healing is going to exponentially add to your injury. You don't want that.
definitely
So
not.
follow those protocols. Mm,
Yep. Get your facts from Father Time. Always dropping heat from Pony Boy.
yeah.
Um,
Like,
if you
uh,
If you got 4 guys, take 2 whips. Unfortunately, after my fight, and just the matches because of bicep with each other. Oh yeah, I just want to make sure that people can get to a doctor and not be stranded there, and rely on like us to do it, or call an ambulance. Don't call an ambulance. Don't call an ambulance. But yeah, that's why we do have corners out there. There's always people willing to corner you, but you definitely want to bring a +1. So if your +1's your best friend or your girlfriend or whatever, that's cool. And then we can get you corner. We can get you corner people. They'll help you out. They'll
Lights out, always open.
lights
Oh,
out. We'll give you all the information you'll
yeah.
ever need about everything fighting
Yeah.
related.
Mhm. Yeah.
Another thing somebody brought up was basically just mental health. And I want to
Yeah.
say this really quick, that being part of a community and
Yes.
fighting and training does really good for your mental health.
Isolation's the worst thing to do with mental health. You need to be in contact and interacting with people
And
and constantly treating yourself.
I also want to say something too. It's something that's a little bit, I think it's overlooked, but it's vitamin deficiency. I feel like we're in
Yes,
Washington State. We don't get enough vitamin D, and
we
that
do.
can
It's
affect
true.
your your hormone balance. It can
Yes.
cause depression and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So make sure you're getting a vitamin that's got a decent amount of vitamin D in it, so that you're getting that, especially wintertime when we get absolutely no sun
Yes.
for several months.
A
So,
vitamin D supplement, or you can get yourself a sun lamp and you sit under it for like 15 minutes a day. That also, sitting under a sun lamp can help your mood immediately in real time
and
because it
probably get you a nice
simulates like,
tan if it's got UV.
they don't do that anymore.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But yeah,
Also,
sun lamps really help too.
also stay off your phone more. That'll probably help too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and somebody asked how to prepare. Like if you're wanting to come out to the scrapyard, how are you going to prepare? Um, let me answer this. What percentage of people get hurt to the point where they have to go to the hospital per fight? I would say maybe one person from each event, but that might be a little on the heavy side. I feel like there's been a lot of events where nobody's had to ever go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The
some of
majority of
it,
injuries are bruises, cuts, stuff that you cover really quickly. The human body is amazingly versatile in taking injury. It's just managing it after. You got to make sure you're careful with secondary injuries in particular.
so if you get knocked out, I would say yes.
Yeah.
If you get
Take
something that
30 days off at least.
if you feel like you broke something,
Yeah.
you should get checked out,
Yeah.
definitely. Like Victor, he tore his bicep in the
Yeah.
middle of the fight, and he chose to finish the
Continue
fight,
fighting.
and he knocked his opponent out.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, man. It was
So
definitely inspirational. Like,
I obviously know that
mm,
Victor has Vic Jr. is already getting medical attention for that torn bicep.
yeah.
Um,
May
but
recover quickly and
yeah,
fully. Yes.
yep.
I hate seeing those injuries. Ah. Mm.
Um, yeah. So anyway, to prepare for your fighting, if you're coming out for the first time, what you should, I would think that you should have you should. It's kind of tough because we have different levels, right? Um, I would say that you should hit a heavy bag at least, kind of run a little bit. It's really tough for me to give advice on where you need to be for fighting because, like I said, we have just so many different. What? Oh, you got your MRI done?
Okay.
Do you have the results yet, Pappas? Vic Jr. can't wait to get back.
Yes. Yeah, we
Can't
want
wait
to
to get.
definitely have you back. Uh,
Yep. So in the end, I don't know what to tell you on how to prepare. Make sure you got your mouthpiece. Make sure you got a
Stretch.
cup. Huh?
Stretch. Very important. Make sure you're warmed up and stretched before you fight. That's a majority of a lot of the injuries occur because your
I've never,
muscles aren't.
I've never stretched for fights. I just don't.
I highly recommend it.
I
But
know.
don't overstretch either.
Everybody's yeah, that's how you dislocate stuff, right?
Yeah, because you
Like
can
Stretch
overstretch
Armstrong.
too. Just make sure you look it up. Yeah, that.
Um, uh, Next up, the staff wall is getting reset in November or December or January. So I'm basically gonna paint over the wall and put up everybody that's kind of been staff. So Jeremy, I wanted to
Sorry, I
break
know.
this.
I have to
Yeah,
go.
sorry. You're gone.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. It was a good ride though.
We're also gonna put up a little box in front of you so that you can't actually watch the fights. That you just have
Okay,
to.
good.
Yeah, we're taking
Yeah.
that perk away from you.
Okay, I understand. It's the only way I could be boxing, is being in the box.
I will say that
Yeah.
if you are a staff member, people I think people kind of take this for granted, but if you're a staff member, one thing that you get to do is come out and watch live fights every single
Great
month.
fights. Great fights.
And it's
Be
super
part of a great
exclusive.
community.
Super
Yeah.
exclusive. Like you can't come out
Mm,
unless you are there with a fighter or a fighter.
yeah.
Oh, did Pappas answer? Oh, got my MRI done. Yeah, torn. But green card. I don't know what green card means. Torn, but green card. We'll talk later, Pappas. Yeah. Yeah, so staff wall is getting reset. My shipping container still needs painted. I've had 2 people flake out on me. I need this shipping container done with a mural on it, guys.
I
It's
paint really good stick figures.
well, that's not going to be enough.
Okay. Yeah. I
So I
offered.
want something that just basically is going to be seen by millions of people for quite a while.
Yeah.
Good promotion.
Mm.
Good promotion.
Stick
So
figures have emotions. Pretty good. Oh,
yeah, I
oh,
guess
yeah.
you're not getting the job.
Okay.
You got to stick to timekeeping, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to branch out, but oh well.
40 signups so far for November 25th. And what is it? The third day of the month?
Yeah, it's third. Yep.
Yeah. So
November 3rd.
we still have 22 more days until
Yeah.
the fights. So that's going to be a lot of potential signups to sign up. That's in our Facebook group. Go to Street Beef Scrapyard with 40 or 34,000 members. Get in there, go to the pin post at the top. Jeremy, I have to tell you something. You guys always copy and paste the damn event. The easiest way to tag the event is make the @ symbol and then just start typing the month because it'll come up
Okay.
and it'll make a link to the actual event instead of just a whole bunch of random words.
Okay. I'll talk to you about that and figure out how to do that.
Just make the @ symbol
Okay.
and then type
At
in,
symbol.
yeah, and then whatever month where
Oh
the
yeah,
signups are,
November. Okay.
November,
Yeah,
just
I'm
start
sure it's
typing
been
and it'll
annoying.
say like November 25th, blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
How
I
you doing,
see.
Fire Chicken? I'm doing good, but I don't know who you are, Facebook user.
You learn something new every day. I'll definitely do that.
Fire Chicken, are you paid or volunteer? I volunteer. Yes, I am a volunteer.
I'm a volunteer too.
We're all volunteers.
Yes.
But no, but seriously, I'm the branch host, the one that runs the scrapyard. Oh, it's Lights Out. Oh, what's up, Lights Out? We already talked about you.
Well,
It was all good.
hopefully it was good. Yeah.
It
Mm.
just
No,
go
no.
back like 45 minutes to an hour and you'll hear. But we talked about Fighter of the Year and how it's going to be a lot of fun if you get Fighter of the Year to edit your video because it's going to be like 50 fights.
6.5 hours.
I'm not putting the grappling matches in there. Sorry. I'll put all your fights in there, but the grappling matches, nah. But yeah, I started the scrapyard in 2020. So best thing to come out of the COVID era.
Yeah, definitely. Kept me focused on something.
Yep. It got a lot of
Yeah,
people out doing
yeah,
stuff because there weren't any outdoor things like really going on.
yeah.
And we did that,
Yeah, you did it.
We are open basically November, December, people. That's kind of what I was trying to get at with that statement. I wrote stuff down earlier. Some of it I already talked about. Get noticed now. I do want to give a shout out to Rise Digital Design. Rise Digital Design. Rise Digital Design is actually the one that did a couple of my recent logos, and you'll see like our YouTube channel has a new logo. The banner on our YouTube channel has a new banner. Our Instagram has a new logo, and that's this guy. He's created these logos for us, and yeah, I'm gonna make a better video for him. But in the meantime, I just want to get it out there. Rise Digital Design. That's RYZE Digital Design on Instagram. Let me see if I can find. I'm going to pull up his info. I would really like people to follow him, and if you're interested in maybe having like some kind of logo made for you, hold on. You talk, Jeremy, because I'm multitasking and I will make no sense.
Everyone loves to hear me talk. Yeah, like. So, what do you guys think of the Tyson Fury Nagano fight? That was something crazy, man.
Wait. What did you say his name was? The second name?
Nagano Fury
Ngannou?
Nagano. Yeah, I don't know. Nagano. There.
I actually didn't see the fight.
Yeah.
So on fight day, I was trying to watch the fight, and I was all ready to watch it, and I'm like, great, they're coming out to the ring, and it took like 20 minutes. I just ended up like I was going to my kids, or I was going to do something with the family, and so I totally missed the fight. But so my opinion on the fight is probably not going to be the best because I'm only going off of what I've heard and seen.
Yeah.
I heard it was a bullshit decision. I heard Tyson Fury got knocked down in the third round.
Third round.
I heard
overhand right.
He only lost by 1 point. Ngannou.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be the first to say I'm sure boxing is 100% rigged, but I didn't see the fight, so I can't for sure say if those points added up or not. Okay. I will say that regardless, nobody really thought Ngannou was going to do what he did.
Yeah, I know. It was so crazy. Like, oh, man.
And he has put on from what I understand, the best performance that any other non-boxer
MMA
has
fighter
ever done against. He didn't just go against another boxer. He went against the champion.
The world heavyweight champion, linear.
So
and all he had was what, 3-6 months of training by Tyson, and then his MMA training. It was like phenomenal. That was almost the greatest upset in the history of sports.
I will say,
like
he did say when he first got into MMA that his goal was to be a boxer. So he's always really wanted. Take care, Joel. He always wanted to be a boxer, but you know, he got his opportunity in MMA. So
He took it where the door opened.
I will say that it's not a good look for Tyson Fury because
Oh, so, but it
not a
is
good
what it
look.
is.
Yeah,
But honestly, the final score was 95-94 for Nagano, 95-94 for Tyson Fury. And then there was one that was 3 points. I think it was like 96-93. And that was
yeah,
for Tyson Fury. In my opinion, the decision could have gone either way. I don't think it was rigged. I think that, yeah, there was probably likely a bias in the close decision for Tyson Fury. But I don't, the decision wasn't, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I usually am, but it wasn't a rigged decision. Like it wasn't an out of place decision. Tyson Fury was able to, because he's the world heavyweight champion with 30 plus professional fights. He had probably a little more ring generalship. He knew how to look like he was pressing the action more. So I
yeah.
could see him winning 6 of the rounds, losing
Right.
4, and then having the knockdown. So losing by winning by a point, it's not out of reach.
And people do get
But
the knockdown
yeah,
thing a little bit twisted because they don't. A lot of
yeah,
people don't quite understand
mm,
the
yeah,
scoring. And if it's a 10-9 scoring system, which I believe that fight
yeah,
was, that means
yeah. It
that
was.
that
They're all
round that
10-point must system.
that round that Tyson Fury got knocked
Yeah,
down, that's
ten
only an
eight.
extra point. I
Yeah,
mean, if Francis would have won that round, he would have got 10 points versus Tyson Fury's 9 points. But since he
yeah,
knocked him down, that could be looked at as a 10-8. But how many
yeah.
rounds were there?
There were 10.
There
So
were
in
okay.
5-6 split,
So
it's not out of the realm.
so in MMA, you have 3 rounds usually.
5 rounds for championship
But that
matches.
wasn't a championship title. That
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
a
true. It
title
was
fight.
3 rounds. Yeah,
So
you're
in
right. Three
in
rounds.
MMA, you have so if you well, they don't have a standing 8 count. But there still can be 10-8
Yeah,
rounds. So in an
yeah.
MMA fight, if you get a 10-8 round, that's a bigger
It's
percentage of your
big,
points.
decisive.
Now in boxing with 10 rounds, I mean,
Yeah.
that's 100
Knockdown you
points.
can recover from.
If you got 10 points every round, you get 100 points. So
Yeah.
it's say one round, this is hypothetical, but say in one
Yeah.
round you got knocked down and it was a
Yeah.
10-8. Okay.
Yeah. You
So
just have
what's
to
that?
win 6 rounds to
So
overcome it.
that means that you got 98 points compared
Yeah.
to, yeah, whatever, I'm doing the math, but
Yeah.
you see that the more rounds, the less a knockdown matters.
Yes, that's very true. So the 10 round, it wasn't out of the realm. I mean, the decision wasn't because I saw the whole fight at my kid's trunk or treat. I actually had it on the phone. So my son Theodore is going to his teachers in preschool getting Halloween candy, and I'm watching this fight while overseeing this. And I'm just like, oh my. And then when he knocked down, Nagano knocked down Fury, I was like, I just crouched. I was like, oh my God, he knocked him out or
Yeah.
knocked him down. And all these kids' parents just looked over at me and they're like, because I was just sitting here like shadow boxing while I was watching my kid do trunk or treat at his preschool, like with the phone going, yeah, oh my, it was just so amazing.
Oh,
So
and
crazy. Nagano, first professional boxing match ever. And he
everybody
pulled
likes to
that
see an
off.
underdog, and he was the underdog
I'm
in the
like,
fight because he was not a
yeah,
boxer. So people
yeah,
wanted to see him win, and that knockdown, probably one of the
yeah.
biggest knockdowns, one of the
In
most
the history of
memorable in
boxing.
the history of boxing. That's going to go down.
Yeah,
Even if he didn't win the fight, he
yeah.
still
Like,
has that
oh no, he made a statement there.
a big
Like,
statement. And he's
yeah,
I hate to
huge
say it, but
statement.
that will have a lasting impact on Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm. Fight game's a cruel mistress. That's what I say. Because I don't take any respect from Tyson Fury away. He got in there and fought, and he dealt with the aftermath like a gentleman. He
but
was honorable in that. So,
at the same time, though, I
yeah,
mean, Floyd Mayweather has fought
yeah,
50 plus times. He's
yeah,
gotten 8 counts before. Um,
yeah,
you know, he didn't go unscathed through all of his fights.
yeah.
So, I mean, he's still looked at by a lot of people as being one of the greatest of his weight class,
Yeah, yeah. He's
regardless of what you
arguably definitely so.
regardless of what you think of his style and
Yeah.
all that. And I
Mm.
think even though Tyson Fury did get knocked down in that, he could still be
Yeah.
regarded as one
Oh
of
yeah.
the
Easy.
better boxers in the heavyweight history.
Yeah, you could easily argue he's continued the realm of the super heavyweight, super giant to the next level.
Yep.
It started with Klitsch, or actually Lennox Lewis is the grandfather of that, in my opinion. Tyson Fury's taking it to the next level. Like I said, the problem with just the fight game is at the moment by moment, blow by blow, it's just a cruel mistress because people look at you at that moment. They also forget that, Tyson Fury's still undefeated. He's done amazing things, and this
Yep.
shouldn't take away from his legacy. Actually, the reality is he got in there and put up a great fight.
Yeah.
And that's you cannot have a a great career without great opponents and great fights. If you're
Yes.
not being challenged, like people remember more about Ali with his fights with Frazier and those hard matches more than anything. Not the fights where he, like Cleveland Williams, like when he knocked, that was his best performance ever, and it was magical. But most people don't remember the Cleveland Williams fight from I think it's 66. He knocked down Cleveland Williams 4 times and only got hit 3 times in that whole fight. And it's famously uh, videotaped on YouTube. You can watch it. But everyone remembers him and Frazier because that's where the drama is in the close, gritty fights. But those fights also showed that Ali was vulnerable. He wasn't invincible, but it also made him memorable. So it's one of those things. It's the same thing with being a fighter. You have to lose to get good. You have to challenge yourself. You basically destroy the aura of you feeling like a badass, at least for a time, to become an actual badass because you're getting in there and being humiliated and humbled. But that's
Yep.
how you actually get good, too.
Yeah.
So I can't take anything from either of those fights. Nagano had a historically unprecedented fight, but I don't take anything from Fury either. And I'm
Well,
just happy we had a great fight to watch. That's what we want.
I
So,
think that this is probably going to really positively benefit Francis Ngannou because
oh
he's
yeah,
got
he'll
he's
get
got
other
this new
fight
light on.
offers.
He's got this new light on him now. He has
Yeah.
opportunities. He's got Deontay Wilder wanting to
Oh,
fight him.
yeah.
Which look at it this way, like he made more off that Tyson Fury fight than he's made in all of his MMA fights
Yeah. 10
through the
million.
UFC.
10
10
million.
million.
He made like 1 million at the UFC, I think, like less than a million.
So he put on such a good show that he's got,
Yeah.
former champ Deontay Wilder
Yeah.
wanting to fight him, and that
And
could
a
be another
relatively
big payday.
equal split. He could
That
argue like if it's $100 million fight, he could get 50 million of that.
this could
He could
this could
argue that.
actually, because of the performance that he put on,
Yeah.
or that I would
He
say the
has
knockdown, because like
negotiating leverage.
yes, negotiating leverage, he could actually
Yeah.
come out with much more.
Yeah.
Both of the guys, anybody that fights him, I think as long as it's somebody like Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua or Deontay
Yeah.
Wilder, they're going to come out with a really good payday. So I'm excited
Yeah.
to see what
Really
he
good.
decides to take
And
there.
that's why it's important to make those statements in the ring because you need negotiation leverage when you're planning these fights. And he
Yep.
made that statement with that knockdown. So it's not just, oh, you get 10 million charity and I make the other 190 million. It's he can take 50% or 40% now. So he got a lot with that.
Yep.
I really want to
Really
train
quick.
with Mike Tyson now. Damn. You can make
Yeah.
him that good. Like,
I want to bring up my other channel. So I don't know
yeah.
if some people know, but I have a secondary YouTube channel, and it was originally called Scrapyard GoPro. And then I got this bright idea because it wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do anymore. And I renamed it Only Fights, and rebranded it and everything. And I
Yeah.
don't know, like it just wasn't me. So
That's where you really run the train.
oh
Oh, man.
jeez.
Yeah,
Um
sorry.
so I recently figured like I would rebrand it again, and I rebranded it to Scrapyard Fights. So it's just, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to post on that channel. I might go back to alternate angles, more behind the scenes stuff, make it a channel that you'll actually get something out of it rather than just replaying what we're already doing on the main channel. So it's called Scrapyard Fights. Look it up. It's actually live right now. I'm live on YouTube, Streepy Scrapyard, and Scrapyard GoPro. Let me see here. I'll put a link for it for you guys. I do have a lot of subscribers on it, but I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. So to do that, I will need about 24,000 more subscribers. There, I posted it for you guys. Go give it a follow. Would appreciate it. I promise you some content coming up on it. You could always unsubscribe later. So Zeus versus Ronan in another angle. I don't know if I have that, but I might. Zeus, I will look. Sometimes, so that's why we do multiple angles, Zeus, because if one angle goes down, we can use backup footage. But I'll look it up when I got some time. Please just don't hesitate to bug me about it, because I'll see if it does or not. So what I'm going to do now, really quick, I do have a fight to premiere for you guys. I totally forgot about it, but I did promise it to you, and we have had a pretty consistent amount of people watching tonight. So we still got 25 people watching, which is good. This Kicking It with Chickens,
and I'm two of them.
Yeah. Kicking It with Chickens come a long way since the very beginning. We are on episode 92. So it lights out. If you're still watching, well, this one's for you, buddy.
Oh man, great editing. I watch these mostly as much for the editing as anything.
Lights out here for BJJ. We just did MMA, but let's do this. I like ground game now. Let's go.
Nordic Uso at a UFC drop. Shout out to my beautiful wife, my coach, my teammates. I forgot my costume, so I'm the thinnest guy at Muscle Beach.
What's
Arnold
going on, everybody? Fire
Schwarzenegger.
Chicken here, back at the Scrapyard October 2023 Halloween event. BJJ match going on, 1 5-minute round. Submission is the only way to win this match. Shout out to the sponsors. Check them out below in the description. You guys be safe and grapple hard.
Fried chicken wins fatality.
Oh, that one wasn't that good.
Okay, you've both been briefed on the rules
all
of
right.
this match. Only a submission wins. You got 5 minutes to submit the other person. Other than that, it's a draw. Any questions? Okay, go ahead and shake and
Going down, buddy.
Do it, Arnold.
back
Up,
to your
humble
corners.
one.
Lights out.
Ready to grapple? Ready to grapple? Let's get it.
We call this scrappling.
So we're not gonna go to Air or NZ. It's easier for you guys to come here. Man, Nordic Uso, look at that pressure. Right to a full mount.
You definitely know he lives grappling, that's for sure.
Come out the back door, kid. Come out the back door.
Drops out the lights out for stepping up.
Yeah, look at that. Reversal. Lights out needs to pull his, well, he got his head stuck, but he needed to get that arm out of there. Oh.
Get off your back, stand up. Bridge.
Hey, I like
It
that.
looks like he's going for an Americana.
Keep your arms.
Not to be confused with the coffee. That looks like an arm triangle.
Turn in and get up. Turn in and get
Lock
up.
that up.
Bit of collegiate wrestling.
Left side.
You could say probably try to base. I don't know.
Explode.
Looks like he might be trying to do a dick trap. No, he's not doing a dick trap.
just want to be right there.
We're good.
He was instructing how to beat him. That's right.
Turn into him.
Good control. Look, knee on belly, slid right over, back to a mount
Yep, now
position.
push it across.
Yeah, what they call
for
it?
an
Bridge.
arm,
Did you bridge in this?
huh?
Would it be better to bridge for
Get
lights
that elbow on the
out?
other side of his head. There you
No.
go. Push off and stand up. Push off
No,
and
full
stand up.
guard right
Yeah,
here. Or go out the back door.
Okay, back door. All right.
Ooh,
I said I didn't
setting up for
see
that
it.
arm bar.
Stack him, Cam, stack
Freestyle,
him.
but I never got it.
Yeah, that was. He had it.
It's okay. Get quiet.
Bring back, guys. Bring back.
Love you, babe.
38.
Love y'all too.
Okay, bring it in, gentlemen.
Would have thought, back
Okay,
when,
at a minute
UFC
38, we
first
had a
started,
submission via arm bar, and your winner.
Appreciate you, bro.
back in UFC, when it first started, people
Yeah. Feels good.
grappling
Last
would
time
be
was a
the
draw.
dominant.
Definitely just so many things I have to keep working on. And heal up your knee. We're going to run it back, Pappas. Have a good one, y'all.
That'd be the dominant martial art in UFC. Wow. Everyone thought it'd be like some kind of karate or kung fu.
Well, better off dead. I mean, that's really kind of an opinion, because a lot of people do like the grappling part of it. In fact, there has been some videos of ours, some grappling videos that have gotten massive views. In fact, Lights Out versus the Xiao Long, the Wing Chun guy, that got like 150,000 views. So, I mean, believe it or not, there are people out there, myself included, that like the grappling. It is an aspect of combat, just like boxing is.
Yep.
All
important martial arts.
Yep.
Feet, hands, and grip.
Plus,
Three weapons.
Let's be honest, it gives the channel more content too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, you get a grappling match every 8 videos. You probably get a grappling match in their 8 to 10 videos. It's really not that much. You get a chance to see their intros, what they have to say. Yeah, there's not going to be any blood in it, whatever. But
yeah, but that's a blood sport crowd. Like we're here to build up martial arts, all the disciplines. I mean, it is mixed martial arts. You got to be able to have them all and understand them at their core individually as well. So exhibiting grappling is very important. It's like boxing. It's just one of those martial arts. Exhibiting it is also important. And you put it all together in MMA, mixed martial arts.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, we're always looking to try new things, but we do have the turf out there. So it is a place that you can grapple and not, I mean, other than the turf burn, but so we have it, might as well use it.
What do you think about Muay Thai with MMA gloves?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We
should name it.
I got some guys from France wanting to come over pretty soon. 2 fighters, and one of them's pro MMA. They're bare knuckle too. They're bare knuckle fighters. So I said, well, he'd have to box or something, but I said we can't do bare knuckle, and said I could let you guys box with MMA gloves on.
Yeah.
Said that would be fine. But
we're
really getting a lot of we are getting a lot of people from different countries that are interested in coming out.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've even had
Germany's
people from
actually got a
Germany.
big MMA scene.
Yep.
Like a lot of people are coming from the Eastern Europe. They've been like when I was living in Germany, there was a lot of people coming from Eastern Europe and going into the fight scene that was actually coming around Germany. And France actually has a big MMA scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people that do their Savate. It's their kickboxing. Yeah, it's ancient. It actually goes back not ancient, but goes back several centuries. A lot of those people are interested in MMA. It's a highly competitive sport there, and it's come up from that. So there's actually surprising amounts of fight talent that come out of these countries.
Yeah.
Where it just picked up. We just don't know it yet because they're not the center of the UFC world.
And we are getting so large that everybody, our reach is getting out there farther. Man,
Pun intended.
You believe Can you believe we are up to
Great.
almost
Oh.
almost 500,000 subscribers?
At this point, the quality's so great, and we've been so dedicated on the goal and focusing on it that I don't want to brag, but yeah, I'm actually kind of confident that we deserve this. But we got to
Well,
keep working at
I,
it, be dedicated. But
yeah,
yes, it's
I
great.
just
It's
wanted to
amazing.
I wanted to be able to
Mm. This is
have
a
a
reflection of good work and high quality.
well, it's an expression of artistic
Yeah.
yeah, artistic expression basically. Like I get a chance to put out something for the world to see and showcase my artistic ability. These
Yes.
fighters
Yeah.
get a chance to be seen by people that would never see
Yes.
them before. Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
Shaq,
Yeah.
Dana White, all these people. They see these clips and stuff every once in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Um, and our Instagram up to almost 500,000
Yeah.
also. That one will, I don't know which one will get there first because they're
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
they're both kind of fighting each other right
Um,
now to get there. I
this is
think
an important thing for fighters. You have to sell your tickets. And that's one of the things that's very difficult when you start a professional career. A lot of managers, they'll look at you based off of you can sell tickets. And you got to have that look. As I said, people, they like skill, but they actually like to watch people that they recognize more than anything.
well
If you're a name that they, yeah,
to be a professional, you have to have the talent, but you
yes,
also have to have the entertainment factor to be
yeah,
noticed.
yeah.
Um,
And this is
King of
one of the
the
ways
so
they can get you a start.
this guy's bringing up King of the Streets. I I don't have anything good to say about that organization. They fight on concrete. They pound each other's head into the ground.
Yeah, I
Like
don't like it. Yeah.
it's it, if
You,
you just want to see blood, I mean, dude, whatever. But if you want to see like real skill and
yeah. Remember, to get
that,
real skill, you have to challenge yourself and take risks, but risks you can walk away from.
dude,
Getting pounded into
you can
concrete.
bite, eye gouge, all that stuff in that one. I
Yeah.
don't want to see that crap.
Yeah, and a permanent injury doesn't allow you to get better if you can't fight anymore. If you get killed, you can't fight anymore. It doesn't promote the true spirit of fighting, which is you can walk away. Because yeah, I mean, yeah, there's ultimately fights where you have to defend yourself, but that's the not the majority of it. You're not going to develop your skill with that.
You
You
know
develop
what?
your skill in competition, safe
It's
competition.
it's brutal, but so is dog fighting, and that
Yeah,
reminds me of like dog fighting. It's illegal
yeah.
as shit. That's why all those guys are wearing masks. So, you know what? I would rather
Mm,
just give people a place to grow and all
yeah,
that rather than just try to
mm,
capitalize on a blood
yeah.
sport.
Yeah, I want people to develop and get better. Like, yeah, I don't the blood. I mean, it's part of the territory, the knockouts and injuries, but we're not trying to promote that. We're
No.
not trying to make people sacrifice themselves here. We want people to grow and develop. It's a community. Like, like, gotta be give and take. Fighting on concrete and smashing their head into rocks, no bueno, no
Right.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jeremy,
Yep,
I think that's pretty much all I got for tonight. You've been a great
it's all
guest.
right.
Maybe I'll have you on again if I don't fire you anytime soon.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, just think about it though. I do. I'm a good employee sometimes. Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
you're consistent.
Mm.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, maybe not punctual, ironic for the timekeeper, but I'm consistent. Yeah, no, good.
All
Mm.
right, man. You have a good rest of your night, and
Yeah, you too.
I'll see you on the 25th.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope I didn't annoy everyone. And thank you very much for listening.
Got anybody you want to shout
Okay.
out in particular?
I want to shout out the scrapyard, everyone. I want to shout out my wife, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for it. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, I know it's cliche, but my wife, she does not like watching fights, but she supports me because she understands it's a passion of mine and has supported me every inch of the way, every step of the way. And she's given me great help, great advice, and great support on this. So I really want to shout her out. I want to shout out my trainer, Ian. He's made me. He's the only one who's ever actually believed in me as far as athletic skill. He says I'm good. I've never had someone care about me like that, in a sports sense. So I'm really thankful to Ian, my trainer. So shout out to him. And I want to shout out to you, Fire Chicken, for giving me the opportunity to do this and enjoy myself and to pursue my passion beyond just watching pay-per-view fights, or yelling at someone in the gym or something. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate this
Hey,
and everything.
I want to shout you out too, man, because
Yeah.
you've been such a big part of the scrapyard.
Yeah.
Can't say it enough how much we appreciate having you out there. And
Oh yeah, thank you.
also, I got to shout out my wife because
Yeah.
she supports me, Mandy Bear, every step
Yeah.
of the way, and that's really important. We're not going to start crying, but you won't know because I got sunglasses on.
Yeah, I know.
But no, there's just a lot of people that keep this thing running and support us, and we're really thankful about it. I'm really thankful that Scarface gave me the opportunity.
Shout out to Scarface.
Shout out to Scarface.
And Street Beefs.
Back in 2020, gave me that opportunity to start this up, and here we are. So
thankful for everything and very happy.
Yeah, for sure. This is also. I'm not crying. You're crying. This is also kind of re-sparked my interest.
Yeah.
Street Beast re-sparked my interest in boxing and combat sports. It gives me something
to
think
think about. Too. Yeah.
I think a lot of people, if this wasn't around, people didn't have this. It would don't know what people would be doing. So I think it's good for everybody. But shout out to everybody.
When I first started Street Beast with you, joined your group, I weighed 400 pounds and I wasn't working out. I probably wouldn't be here today if I hadn't get remotivated to work out, go back to working out and getting good. So shout out to my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely healthier than I've been in years. So thank you, Street Beast, for that.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. Thank you for being a guest on the show, Jeremy.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm always happy to join.
All right, man. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, definitely. I'll see you on the 25th. Have a good night.
I clipped him off early. I always do that. There's never like a good time to do it. Sometimes you just gotta gone. We'll miss you, Jeremy. Street Beefs has done wonders for my stress relief. Hey, that's cool to hear. This is an outlet, everybody. This is a positive outlet. And I think a lot of people overlook that and they think it's just a group of people that get together and fight. And that's what it is on the surface. But you guys that come on these shows and watch us, you're learning that there's more to us than just getting together and fighting. Mental health, that's a big one, we need an outlet. We need training partners. We need to meet people. We need to be social. We need to not just, be on our phones all the time. Guilty, but so mental health, physical health, all that stuff. So appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in to Kickin' It with Chicken, episode number 92. I'll try to have a good one for you next time. Kicking It with Chicken, episode number 93. They're random. I didn't know I was going to do this until 4 hours ago. So I don't know. Just make sure you're subscribed and have all those notifications turned on. But it's usually Friday or Saturday at 8 o'clock. So, all right, guys. Love you all. Fire Chicken out.